Hey, it's Dave Knight from 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I want to just shoot a video today and talk briefly while I'm waiting for my funded account to get approved at Top Step Trader. By the way, all my paperwork is in, and I received a message from Mick that said that they're setting up the trading account, and hopefully I will have access. I hope to have access to it this week to set everything up, and hopefully by the beginning of next week I'm ready to go and ready to trade. Looking at was be the 14th of November roughly, it looks like on the calendar here. Now, with that being said, I want to just kind of talk to you a little bit because I had a really nice conversation with a fellow trader out, and I was thinking to myself, if I was starting right now, if I was coming into trading, where would I start? And where would I go from that point? Now, obviously, there's a lot of disinformation out here. And if you don't know about tradingschools.org, I highly recommend that you should make sure that you have that in one of your categories that you on your Google or Google Chrome that you have in front of you. I use Google Chrome as a tab that you save and you put it in there. Now it's run. It's a website run by Emmett Moore, tradingschools.org, and he does a lot of reviewing over a lot of different trading companies. And if you ever have any question about, is this person legitimate, is this person not, you know, more times than not, especially in the futures arena, you're going to find them over there on tradingschools.org, especially the big ones. Secondly, do I recommend anybody out there? Not really. Not specifically do I recommend any specific trader. On the website, you see that, on my home website, you see that I have four main mentors that I have believed in. Ralph Nelson Elliott, William Delbert Gann, Richard Wyckoff, and well, now since he is deceased, probably Tom Williams. Those are the four that I can think of. Oh, Jesse Livermore. So, and then to round it off, Joe Ross, Larry Williams. I believe that covers all of them that I would put into the basket of master traders. And I use that term very loosely, because I don't believe anybody is ever a master trader, especially that's walking on the earth, all right? It just can't happen. Physically, you cannot mentally, emotionally, physically always be at the top of your game. And if you can't be at the top of your game, you cannot be a master trader. And like I say, if you hear someone out there, good rule of thumb is, if someone's claiming that I'm a master trader, you should grab your wallet and run quickly the other way as fast as you can. You know, the only exception I put in that category is Joe Ross, that calls himself, that's still living, a master trader. And I've never physically or personally ever seen him trade live. So I can't say anything about his live trading, although I really enjoy his trading books. The favorite book that I have of his, that I talk about occasionally, is this book, Trading is a Business. And I believe everybody should have that in their trader's library. I talked to, like I said, I talked to an individual today, and along those lines, you know, there's a couple books that I highly recommend. Hold on. I can't find the other one right now. I think I'm reading it. Well, this one definitely, Van Cathart. And Mark Douglas's book, Trading in the Zone. I can't seem to find it right now. I usually have it within arm's reach, but I don't see it right now. But Mark Douglas's book, Trading in the Zone. So there's 4 good books that I would recommend having. Trading is a Business, Trade Your Way to Financial Freedom, Trading is a Business by Joe Ross, Trade Your Way to Financial Freedom by Van K. Tharp. Tom Williams has if you can find a copy of it, either Master the Markets or the Undeclared Secrets of Trading. Can't find that one either. I've got that in. Oh, well, Gavin Holmes has this book. This is the most current book of Tom Williams stuff, Trading in the Shadow of the Smart Money. Gavin Holmes. You can probably find this on the internet really cheap. I paid a lot more than what this book is worth. If you can find Undeclared Secrets of the Stock Market, I believe, I would recommend getting that book instead of spending. I don't even know what this book is. Now Tom Williams has recently passed away, along with Mark Douglas. You know, these guys are starting to pass away. I'm starting to see some of the mentors and some of the authors that I've read and studied are no longer living on this earth anymore. Tom Williams I would put into the Masters Trader as far as that category of information that he's been able to distill and then allow me to learn from. I guess if I said a couple books that I would highly recommend, I would recommend everybody should have this one, Technical Analysis of Stock Trends. That one's written by Robert Edwards and John McGee. And then the Candlestick course, just the very basic Candlestick course. Don't go buy Steve Neeson stuff. All you need is this book right here. This is the only book that you need on candlesticks. Everything else is a waste of time and money in candlesticks. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but those are some of my favorite trading books that I like. If I had to read a book, if all the books that I would read first, it'd probably be Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. And I know I have it here somewhere. I just can't seem to find it. I'll probably have it up in my room upstairs. It's really frustrating that you say a book and then you can't find the book that you're hunting for. Oh well. You know, this is getting kind of off the subject, but I want to take the last 2 minutes. Let's try to wrap this up in 10 minutes, and talk a little bit about how, if you're just looking to how do you start and how do you get started. I mean, there's a lot of disinformation out there, and I have my basic day trading mastery course, not to be confused with being a trading master, because I would never put myself into that category. But I have Overcoming the Obstacles of Day Trading. I believe that's what I call it. And I will link to it directly below so that you can see and sign up, name and an email, and it'll guide you right through. It's 4 videos. It goes over, the first video is me just blabbering away. You can bypass that if you want to, because you've listened to me talk today. The second video goes over a formula that you can use in your trading and how I use that formula each and every day that I trade. So it comes down to the 3 basic trading rules, right? Cut your losses short, let your profits run, and take profits on the ride. And that ties into the 4 trading masters that I believe in: Jesse Livermore, Richard Wyckoff, William Delbert Gann, and Ralph Nelson Elliott. Those 4 traders is what my trading strategy that I developed. That's the 4 that I've been able to incorporate inside the way I approach trading. And I think the 3rd video is a PowerPoint presentation, if I remember correctly, And the fourth video is a live trading video that you can see, and then it leads obviously to a sales page that talks about a $7 product and getting my futures day trading tips at 47 bucks, which is the lowest product way of getting that offer. So if you've made it all this way into the video at this point, I would recommend that you sign up to the Overcoming the Day Trading Obstacles. Go through it and spend the $54 that you need to get started to work your way through and to have a valid trading strategy and have my top trading tip series. It's 10 videos going over 10 different trading setups that I look for in the market. And lastly, I guess to finish up this video, I am working my way to get to funded. Obviously, I'm in funded. I'm waiting to go funded. And I will try to do to the best of my ability to keep you updated with how I'm doing inside the funded account. I need to make clarification on the rules and the contract at Top Step Trader, what I can and can't share at this point. So I've got some questions that I have earmarked. What did I do with my? Oh, here it is. I've made some questions in the exhibit in the number 8 question. I have number 8 commission round turn. I figured that one out. Non-disparagement. Oh yeah. Non-disparagement in 15 communications. So I've got to clarify with them what I can and can't share at this point in time. Non-disparagement. Let me just read this to you. Trader may not make any false, disparaging, defamatory, or derogatory statements, whether written or verbal, regarding the company's name, its affiliates, officers, managers, members, or employees, or anyone related, blah, 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 blah. And injunctive relief and whatnot. Confidentiality, point 3. I mean, I'm almost positive that, that there's not going to be any problems. Communications policy. Trader acknowledges that any communication created or sent by trader shall be professional and appropriate. So, I've put some information out there that it's kind of been a little bit on the negative side at Top Step Trader. And that goes back to how I believe they can make it better. So my How to Make It Better series, I stick to that. If I get thrown out of Top Step Trader because I believe they can make it better, then so be it. I mean, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But I definitely believe that 3 things that they could do right now to be able to improve upon their funded account. 1, there should be more than 10 days in the funded account. That should be at least 20 trading days. 2, max daily drawdown should not leave the account, and 0 should not come into effect until after the 20 trading days. 3, max daily loss should not knock you out of a combine, an FTP, or your funded account. Max daily loss should be there as a protection. It should be a protection for you to be able to bump up against it, lock you out of your account, and then be able to get back into it the next day. The only thing that should knock you out at Top Step Trader should be your max trailing loss that comes behind the market. And so in this case, when you start with your combine, it's 30,000 and you have 28.5. And the FTP, you're at 0, you can't have a loss of 1,500. And in the funded account, yeah, obviously the 1,500 applies as well. So those are the 3 main sticking points that I continually try to come across and say that's how they can make it better. Now this video got a lot longer than where I expected it to go. So, I'll probably file this under trading tip series, or I don't know where I'll put it, but there's all kinds of and by the way, the agreement has changed. This is the 4th time that I've signed this agreement, and this is actually really cool. The first 2 pages now, and I'm not going to show it on the computer screen because that's probably be wrong of me to do that. But the first 2 pages are make it a lot clearer but what you can and can't do. And I want to um, give them a little praise on making the terms a lot clearer on the first 2 pages of what you can and can't do. Along those lines, obviously, the 10 days and 0 point is a huge sticking point why so many traders fail in the funded account at Top Step Trader. It's it's a fact. Now, whether they want to play in that environment or really have our best interest at heart, I think that's how they can have our best interest at heart. They, if they're willing to risk that kind of money, they should be able to risk it over a 20-day trading period of time. Whether they lock you out of your account and tell you got to go back into a sim or whatever they do, there should be some kind of rule out there to keep you funded and make you want to continue inside the funded account. So it's been a hard journey. I won't say that it isn't. You look at the last blog post that I put out last week. I talked about the $10,000, and most of that obviously was in a simulated account, and I have a loss overall in the funded trader. But each time that I'm a funded trader, I've done better each and every time. And in fact, the third time in, I was able to take out a check. I had a $1,200 gain, and then I accumulated 3 trading losses in a row that brought me down to under $300, and I did not feel confident at that point in time that I could withstand any other further drawdown. So I'd rather have the money, take the money and run. I went back in the combine. Whether that was a good decision or a bad decision, I wanted to get paid. I spent June through August inside the funded trading account, and I wanted some physical money in my hands to say that not everything that I've put into Top Step Trader has been a loss. So yeah, the simulated account and the actual money account are 2 different balls of wax. Yes, I agree to that. So all right, that's oh wow, 17 minutes, and I talk about absolutely nothing. And if you made it this far in this video, you definitely need to sign up to my Overcoming the Obstacles in Day Trading. Clicking that link below and taking advantage of the Day Trading Mastery course that I've put together. All right, it's Dave Knight here at 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. We'll see you on the next video that I put together. Bye for now.